Hello again. Welcome to another segment of Possibilities with Esther, all the way from NTR TV Turkey. Possibilities with Esther is a motivational, inspirational, educational program specially designed to channel your mindset into the possibilities of life. As you start the new year, of course, you have to look at every aspect of possibilities as you make plans into the new year. As I told you last time, I said, for me, a new year is a new day. It means when you see a new day, it means there's a hope. But what matters is, what do you do with that new day? Because some people do not even get the opportunity to see the second new day or even the first new day. So you have the opportunity, you have that life, you have that breathing into you. What are you doing with it? That's why I'm here to bring to you different stories, different coaches, and also people who have done an extra miles into tapping into their potential values. Okay. And today I'll be bringing to you a special guest. And before I introduce my special guest to you, for those of you who have been following this program for a while, Possibilities with Esther has been on NTR TV for over 2 years plus, and we have been talking about mindset, development, business, and also other issues that concerns our life. But we have never tapped into this particular topic for today. I have been trying to run away from it because it takes a whole lot. Everybody has his own personal experiences on that. That's why, but I'm bringing to you someone who will testify, who will tell you more deep knowledge about this topic, which is relationship. Trust you me, we're going to look at a different definition about relationship and how best you can use it to apply in your life. Our special guest for today, he's a coach, he's a friend, he's also a friend to so many youth. He knows how to tap into the creativity. When I say creativity, I mean into the raw creativity of youth. He knows how to find them. He knows how to make them utilize it very well. And also, he understands the heart of the youth. Bringing to you Mr. Roy Matthew, popularly known as MC Roy. He was born he's 41 years old, graduate of building from the University of Jos, Nigeria, diploma in mass communication, certificate in trauma healing, trained and certified relationship counseling and talent coaching. He's married with a wonderful, handsome son and lives in Plateau State, Jos. For those of you know that's my city. So I'm feeling so excited about that. An author of a poetry book. Man, guys, you need to hear this guy speak poets. But you just run away. You just get lost. Seriously. And one of his books titled, You versus Yourself. A content creator for Oprah Mini News, the CEO of the online TV station Roy TV. Welcome to our show for today, Mr. Roy Matthew. I'm so excited to have you here on Possibilities with Esther.
Esther James, nice connecting with you. Thank you for having me on NTR TV.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you because I remember there was a time I was your student. I never knew a day will come like this where I will have my coach on my TV program. So I'm really, really privileged and honored to have you on this program.
Yeah, I'm blessed having you too.
Mr. Roy Matthew, you have a lot going on with you. So we on this program today, I would like to talk about relationship. What is your definition of relationship?
Relationship has to do with, connecting with yourself, with others, and with what you do. Connecting with yourself, with others, and with what you do. Connecting. That's what relationship is. Yes.
A lot of people will just say when they hear relationship, they just think about is between man and woman. And you have your own different way of your definition of a relationship. Please, sir, can you go deep into this?
Yes, relationship is beyond just connecting between a man and a woman, or between a man and a man as it is as friends. It is
Yeah.
also connecting with what you do, like your talent,
Mm-hmm.
understanding your talent, knowing your strength towards your talent, how you should
Mm-hmm.
treat and polish your talent. That is also relationship with that particular talent. It could also be how you connect with your business. If you
Mm-hmm.
understand your business very well, you know how you should treat your business, how you should manage it. You know, that wisdom on handling and managing your business is also relationship. That's relationship between you and your business. That's why relationship is everything in this world. Like
Yeah.
Esther James, the reason why you're very good with what you're doing right now is because you have good relationship with your skill of presenting. You have done
Yes.
a lot of work. You have
Mm-hmm.
studied TV presentation. You
Yes.
love it from your heart, and
So
you
much.
want to give the best to it. So by doing that, you relate, you connect with this your talent, skill of TV presentation, and that is relationship also. So that's
Yeah.
your relationship with your skill.
Wow. And so, how can you tell the youths? We have lots of youths that have so much talents in them. And when I say talent, they have raw talent, but you could see that only a few were able to pull through. Do you think it's because they do not realize the relationship between them and their talent, or they just probably, okay, it's music. Someone said I can sing, someone said I can dance, so I just decide to go into it. It's like another man who sees, they said a man, when a man meets a woman, he already knows if she's gonna be his wife or his girlfriend. So I think it also connects with talent. Sometimes we just pick that talent, not to marry that talent, but just for fun. What can
Mm.
you say in this respective of this opinion?
Yeah, SD James, you said it well, and I think this is very deep. You've said something that is so deep. You know, it's just like you've said, there is this girl that is meant for me. She's supposed to be mine. She's created and destined to be my girl. But my
Mm-hmm.
eyes are elsewhere, looking at other girls, and all that, while I am despising this particular girl that is destined by nature to be mine. Same thing with talent. You know, some of us are actually born to do this, yet we'll be going up and down doing something else. You know, like imagine Esther James. Imagine if today you are playing football.
I
you
can't even
know,
imagine me in the field. I will just be falling down. There's a
you know,
reason actually why you make this example, because I have never done a sport apart from the
good.
gymming I will do at home.
Good. You know, so just imagine leaving your TV presentation and you are playing football, maybe just for the fun of it, but then you are talented in TV presentation. That's how many young people have missed it. And one of the major reasons why a lot of young people do this is because they feel that other kind of talents are superior. For instance, if you're not called to do music, because most of these artists attain stardom. They are stars, people love them, and all of that. So that fancy life, young people will want to, copy. They want to do the same, and
Mm-hmm.
they forget what they are actually talented to do, and so they despise that which they are born and designed by God to do, while they are
Mm.
looking at the other. So it's the same thing when you don't really understand and have good relationship with your talent, you'll be looking elsewhere, and it will
Yeah.
deprive you of
Mm-hmm.
achieving your potentials in life.
True.
Because if you don't pursue what you are designed by God to do, it is not possible to attain the highest or the peak of your potentials in this life.
Yeah. So this is very, 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 very deep on that. And so, what have you really noticed that a lot of youth are missing out when it comes to finding their potential? Why I ask this question is this. because of this program is more about motivation, so it goes with the mindset. Okay, and from my research, I got to understand a lot of people could not really identify this relationship with their passion simply because they've gone through some traumas. And I looking at from your profile, you are certified with trauma healing. What brought? Why did you study that? What was your observation that made you to train to know about that aspect, that field?
Yeah. Well, okay, good. You see, for this part of the world, this continent called Africa, there's abject poverty. A lot of people are living below the poverty line. A lot of young people don't have access to opportunities, don't have access to resources and all of that.
Yeah.
There are different degrees of trauma. And one of the ways that a lot of young people are traumatized is the inability to access opportunities that ordinarily should have been theirs. And so a lot of young people are actually traumatized and they don't even know that they are traumatized. And so it has a way of affecting their behavior and attitude. So when you tell an average African here that you're going to be a star, you're going to conquer the world, and then he'll just think you are lying because of the trauma. They don't believe in their potentials. They don't believe that they can conquer the world. They don't believe that they can go far because of the trauma. They only limit their potential within their neighborhood. The positive thinking in them dies completely because they're actually traumatized by the government here. The government policies are not favorable to the young people. There are a lot of opportunities that young people will have had, but they have been denied all these opportunities. So it has a way of traumatizing the young people. So until the young people gain a different orientation, they'll have to go through a soft trauma healing to be able to understand their potentials, what they can do, and all of that. There are drug abuse. A lot of young ladies, have gone through a lot that has limited the power of thinking, that positive thinking that will have taken them to the greatest heights of their career. Some people have even abandoned their talent because they are traumatized.
True. And they begin to blame their, like what you may mention, like the environment. I think environment also hinders some people in realizing their potentials. They're traumatized by whatever they go through from parents, from friends, from environments and all that. So this is one topic I was trying to discuss about, maybe hopefully for next time, how we can move. I think the youths are trying not to move out of their comfort zone. Those finding themselves in that same environment that keeps depressing them down.
That's right.
From your own field, what advice do you have for those youths? Because this is my belief, right? I believe there's a reason why God made the world so big. If God wanted us to be in one place, he would just make a small place and make us very tiny and contain in that very small place. But there's a reason why it's so big, and there's a reason why there's different cultures, different diversity, different everything. So if we stay in one place, we don't move. You don't have to move not to come back. But I think if the youth can begin to think of, okay, if this environment tarnish my mentality, what can I do to move a little bit far from there to get another exposure and then come back there and make things right in our environment? What do you think?
Yeah, you've said it very well. Environment has a way of shaping our thinking. It has a way of injecting some ideologies that define our belief system. It has a way of creating our thinking pattern. the
Yeah.
environment that we live in. You know, Esther, I remember you were in Nigeria before you left for Turkey, and that has given you much more exposure
Yes,
to
sir.
the world, to the global perspective of doing things. And
Yes,
that has made you to become even more professional in what you're doing. Staying in one place has a way of localizing your thinking. You think within that locality, and because of that, you limit your potential. So it is high time that young people take the risk of exposing themselves by traveling to see what other people are doing in other world. It is also a form of education. When you travel, you get educated. You receive and perceive perspectives of how things are done. And the good thing now is, even if you cannot travel because of resources, but we're not in the digital world. Young people should be able to connect with people outside their environment. By doing so, they have intellectual intercourse, exchanging ideologies, perspectives, thoughts, and that has a way of building them up to understand certain things. You know, when we're talking about talent or business, there are actually global ethics, there are standards. You won't be able to know these standards and ethics if you don't travel out, if you don't connect with people in other worlds. You know, you won't know. And for instance, if you're doing music, every song has a world standard. For instance, before you are being nominated in Grammy Awards, there are criteria that your song must meet before you can be nominated in the Grammys. So you see, if you don't expose yourself and understand other people, music, the world standard and ethics of music, your song can never be nominated in the Grammys at all. So it's good you connect and travel out and see what's going on. And very soon, I'm thinking of coming to Turkey to see you.
Yay! I will be so happy to have you here. Really, I want to have you right here in the studio, like right here in the studio. I'm really looking forward to that. And that is very possible because also you are into the media. You have your own online TV. And I can see you've been doing so many things. But what captivates me so much about you, sir, is that even the fact that I have known you for a very long time, but I kept eyes on you. I noticed you are so in love with gathering youth.
Yeah.
And there's a way you accept them the way they are.
That's right.
You don't try to change them, but you give them reasons to change.
That's right.
And then before you know, you begin to see transformation.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why you begin to make research for youth to know, to understand the relationship between their potential and themselves? And also, from your book, You versus Yourself. Oh my God. I have to look at that picture. Anytime I look at that picture of that book, I will laugh so hard. Looking at you and versus yourself. So please, can you elaborate more about you versus yourself that connects with your potential relationship?
Okay, thank you so much, Esther James. You see, every one of us has some voices in their head. There are voices in us that speak to us. There are voices in us that even debate between themselves. Yeah. This will tell you, do this, don't do this. Do this, don't do this. And you'll be debating. These are voices that are in us. But there's also a voice that is inside of you that is actually you. That is the you. Then there are other voices that will always want to hush that you, that voice that is you. So those voices are the voices fighting against you that is inside. For instance, I want to go to the Europe. I want to go to the Europe. Then other voices will be fighting that voice that is saying, I should go to Europe. For instance, those voices will be telling me, you don't have the money Europe is expensive.
Yeah.
What if all that? And that will try to shut down that my voice of I want to travel to Europe. And that's why I came out with the book, You versus Yourself.
Versus yourself.
Yes, because all the voices are inside of you. So you will have to discover who you are. And you discover who you are by knowing, first of all, what you really want in this life, and by knowing your purpose in this life. So any voice that corresponds or that supports your purpose in life, your desires in life, it is you. Every other voice that is against your purpose in life are the voices that are fighting the you. So you'll have to really discover yourself. So if you are talented or you want to do this business, there are voices that want to discourage you. You can't attain your potential if those voices actually overcome the voice, which is you. They will discourage you. They will limit you. So much that you won't be able to attain to your potential. So it is very, very important as a young person or whoever that is ready to pursue their purpose in life, to do business or to follow their career in this life. It is important that you discover yourself and listen to your voice. So you fight the other voices and you. Like you, Esther James, I'm sure before you went to Turkey, there are other voices that were trying to hush you, telling you that you can't do this.
Them. In fact, yes, mine is not even one. No. Thousands of them.
Thousands of them. But you fought them against all odds. You fought them. And today, I mean, look at you. You're looking cute. You're doing this, and the whole world is watching you. And this is the beginning of great things that will happen in your life.
Amen,
so you see, but you are able to conquer all other voices. So you versus yourself, you won. And that's why you're here.
Yes, I won. Okay, Mr. I will definitely come back to you after the commercial break so that we'll tap into that relationship. There's a particular part of your personal life that I'm going to touch. But before that, stay tuned because we'll be going on a commercial break and then we'll take on from there. Okay, people? As you can hear, I hope you are realizing your potential, your relationship. Know you and yourself relationship. And stay with us as we have more to talk about relationship, you and yourself, and also your potential. We'll be right back after the commercial. Okay, welcome back to the second segment of Possibilities with Esther, and I'm still here with Mr. Roy Matthew, a relationship counselor who is looking at relationship in a different dimension. And so far, I have been learning a lot. I don't know about you, but I always advise you, when you're watching Possibilities with Esther, listen with your ears, your eyes, your nose, everything, and have a book with a pen and jot down anything you can. Not only jot down, but please practice it. If you don't need the information, please just keep it in your mind and tell it to somebody. I'm very sure that person will actually make use of it very well. So as we are on, please, I am so excited to still bring to you Mr. Roy Matthew from Plateau State, Nigeria, and we have been talking about relationship with oneself. Nice to have you back again on our second segment, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me once again.
Yeah. I've been following your Facebook page, and of course, I was at your wedding. There is something that happened at your wedding, and it's been going so round on the Facebook. Simplicity is what I call it. Simplicity. Why I want to touch that part of it is the fact that from your relationship with your wife, from the way you handle youth around you, from the way your lifestyle goes, and also from the way you carried your marriage, if I do not know you, Mr. Roy, I would say this man is so poor that could not afford to buy a cake for his wedding. What was the concept behind this wedding, sir? Because I feel so many people, they take life so hard that they spend so much. I'm not against people spending money on marriage or on other things, but I want to believe you have your own reason. Please, sir, what's the reason behind that concept?
Yeah, Esther, thank you.
Yes,
I
sir.
started by asking myself, why must it be cake? Who wrote it that it must be cake? I started questioning some things.
Yeah.
Things that some people actually created a tradition for us, and we don't even know the origin. So I said, why must it be cake? Why must it be this? Why must it be that? I asked questions. Why about what we love? Me and my wife. What about what we love? Is it about doing what other people are doing or doing what we love? And we discovered that, man, we'll have to do things that we love, that will make us happy, that will create golden memories. And so because of that, we were inspired that we should do things that we love, not necessarily because there was no money. Of course, there are things that we thought spending too much, like cake, for instance. The wedding cake, they're going to do it for us at about 60,000. That's more than $200, and while we could achieve that same thing at less, as a matter of fact, 200% discount of that amount, and yet we'll still enjoy it. We love it. For instance, I love cake, but I don't love cake as much as I love apple. I love apple more. My wife loves apple more. So we say, instead of doing cake, why not we do apple? And so we did apple. And Esther, try and taste apple with wine. Oh, the taste is superb.
I'm gonna try it today. I'm not even waiting tomorrow.
Please.
Today I'm gonna try
Please
it.
do it, and then let me know how it tastes.
How it tastes? It's just amazing.
So we did that, and it was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was something that we
beautiful.
loved. Well, yes, we love it. So the simplicity actually came from the fact that we wanted to do the things that we love, and we enjoyed it.
So we talked about a relationship between you and yourself. We talked about a relationship between you and your potential, and also relationship between you and your environment. But now I want to talk about relationship between a man and a woman, which is a boyfriend and a girlfriend, a husband and a wife. And what really I love about your explanation, you made mention about apple. Not that you don't like cake, but you love apple also more than cake. At the same time, your wife, right? Now imagine I happen to be your wife. Definitely we will fight about that. I was like, why cake? I mean, why apple? I don't like apple, And I think these are the things that so many people are ignoring in relationship. They are trying to follow the crowd. They are trying to follow what that person is doing and focusing on wedding than marriage. Yeah. And also focusing on the trauma that his or her partner have gone through as a child. Because I feel there's like me, I feel before I go into any relationship, I need to heal from my past.
That's right.
Because I could take it and my partner will suffer for it.
That's right.
Right? So in connecting what you like and what your woman like, you doing different things before doing other things, you focus on another aspect of relationship, not just the norms. So please, as a counselor, can you give a better understanding, a better explanation why people need to know more about themselves before going into the main thing, relationship?
Yeah, you see, Esther, every relationship, every marriage is the reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
How your relationship is going is reflecting who you are. The way your marriage is moving is reflecting who you are. So your marriage, your relationship is actually a mirror of you. So you see, you can't love properly if you don't love yourself. you can't you can't trust your partner if you don't trust yourself. So the relationship begins all from you before it is being extended to the outside. You'll have to know your strength. For instance, you see, relationships are full of emotions. Relationship is about managing and controlling emotions. You have to control your partner's emotion. You have to understand their emotions. You have to manage it. But also, you have to understand your own emotions. You have to manage them first before you be able to manage the other person's emotions. So it is very, very important that you realize what you love. For instance, when I know myself, I have good relationship with myself. I know what I want. I know my likes and dislikes. It will help me to make my choice on the kind of woman, on the kind of girl that I should marry. You see that? So it is very important that I tell myself the truth. I realize what I love before we do that. For instance, my wife. I know that my wife, when we are dating, I knew that my wife loves simplicity. And I love simplicity. So it makes everything just move smoothly for us.
Yeah.
So because I know what I want, it's easier for me to get a woman that loves what I love also.
As a relationship coach, do you think it's important for a partner to know what his or her own partner wants to be, like the healing and having that relationship between, let's say, for example, I'm the woman. Is it very vital and important for me to have a healthy relationship if I know my partner already has the relationship between him and his own inner potential? Do you think it's a tool, like is an ingredient to a healthy relationship?
Very, very, very well. You see, I've always told people that don't ever go into a relationship with someone that has not discovered his purpose in this life. You will have to discover your purpose in life before you are qualified to be in a relationship. So when you go into, when I'm talking about purpose, I'm not talking about a job. No, purpose. What you want, a very intentional choice of what you want to do in this life, knowing that you have the potentials and the skills and all of that. And then you are bent towards pursuing that. Okay. So, and purpose cannot be stolen. Purpose cannot be fired like a job. If you're doing a job, you can be fired today. You can lose the job, but purpose, you can't be fired of your purpose. So it is important for a lady to know that whoever she's going to go out with has already discovered his purpose. So also with her, you should be able to know that this person is called to do this. The person is purposeful. And guess what, Esther? It's just like you. You're always busy working. You are very productive. When you are alone, you are thinking of a better presentation. You are making use of your life. And at the same time, you are happy that you're pursuing your purpose in life. You see that? So it makes you a focused and a responsible woman. So it is easy for a man to date you. But if, for instance, you have not even discovered your potentials, you don't even know what you love. Now, when a man comes, you always want to be thinking about him. You want to be going out with him and all that, and then it becomes very, very. I hope you had me.
Yeah, definitely. You're very, very right about that, because a lot of ladies, especially ladies, they say they are looking for Mr. Right man. Without thinking if they are Mr. Right woman. Because nobody, this generation has changed. Nobody wants to carry a luggage. We already have our own luggage, Nobody wants to carry a luggage. Now, my point here is not that, okay, those people, there's differences. I always tell my friends that, okay, there's a differences between a poor man and a poor mind. Now, a poor man, we're talking about finances. But a poor mind is everything. There's a word in Turkish, we said karashik. It
Karashik.
means karashik. It means mixed. So when you date a poor mind, it's a big problem, because even me on my own, I'm still trying to make a healthy mind. So I've not finished healing. I have not finished changing my own, feeding my own mind, and then I'll go and carry a poor mind. It's two different things. You understand my point?
Yeah.
It's a different thing. So what is your life philosophy?
Yeah, my life philosophy is that we're all called to do something in this world. And so the reason why we are here in this world is to do that which we're born to do. That's my philosophy, that I'm in this world to do what I'm supposed to do. I believe there is God who created me and who wants me to do certain things. He has given me tasks in this world to do those things and pursue them. So I have to listen to him. I have to be getting instructions from him and be focused in doing what he has created me to do, so that at the end I give him pleasure. I please him by doing that which I'm called to do. That's my philosophy in this life.
By God's grace, you're actually doing that. God will continue to help you and give you the wisdom and understanding. Yeah.
Amen.
So what's your final advice to our viewers, the youth, people who are going through relationship issues, people who are going through relationship issues with their career, with their inner potential, with their environment?
Yeah. Before I said my final words,
Yes,
I don't know, Steve, will you permit me to do a very short poem for you?
Yes, please. I'll be glad. Let me compose myself. I'll be glad to hear that. I'm listening. I just hope I'm not gonna blush too much.
So let me start.
Okay.
Just for you, Esther James, ST Love. Your hairstyle is one in town. It always looks like a crown. I hate when you frown. Give it out your smile. Oh, yes. Your eyes, they shine. Your nose, beautifully designed. Your ears, beautified. Your lips, dignified. Your neck is perfectly constructed. Your shoulders, wonderfully erected. Your height is perfect. Heaven is what you reflect. Your complexion is majestic. Your structure is just fantastic. Listen, baby, beauty does not describe you, but it's you who describes beauty. So if any man tells you he loves you, let it be because he sees Jesus in you. Baby, don't forget, you are a princess. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. You are wonderfully made. Your inner beauty shall never fade. You are the temple of the Most High. Your life is bought with a costly price. It's the love. That's who you are.
Now I'm done from the studio. Like, seriously. I just want to find a place to sit down and just like blush and blush and blush and blush. That was wonderful, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you to say some of your poets, on my show, but I didn't even know you made plans to just make a freestyle poet of me. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have these on my phone every day to listen to it, to remind myself of all the qualities that you saw in me. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
So much. So can we have the final? You've not said your final advice.
To all those who are listening, number one, I would say please keep listening to Esther James on Possibilities on NTR TV. It is powerful. She has a lot of stuff for this world. When you keep listening, you equip yourself with more knowledge. You'll be inspired and motivated to excel in this life. So that's number one. Please keep listening to Esther. Number two, please don't give up. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Whatever it is, keep pushing. Acquire knowledge of yourself. Acquire knowledge of your talent. Acquire knowledge of your business. Acquire knowledge of your partner. Acquire knowledge of your God, and you will excel. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Roy Matthew. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. In fact, we have to have you on this studio. I need to have you on this studio.
I'll come you right, Toki.
Inshallah, I hope so. Till then, sir.
Toki.
Inshallah,
Thank
yes. Thank you, by God's grace. Thank you so
All right.
much. Okay, wonderful people, and this is how we are going on possibilities. As you can see, I am blushing. I have never blushed bluish like today. I'm so happy that I learned from this great mindset, and I hope you also learned the relationship between you and yourself, the relationship between you and your potential, the relationship between you and your environment, and also the relationship between you and your partner. Okay, these are very, very vital things. I think we always misunderstood the reasons why we have this word relationship. And I hope that Possibilities was able to capture that aspect that it's been missing out. Okay, we don't have to kill ourselves. We don't have to go outside the norm trying to follow the crowd. We don't have to. You just need to be yourself. You just need to be yourself. Maybe if you're into this relationship and you know this, your partner understands you. I was reading a story online and I saw some people got, in fact, they've not even gotten married, but they've already separated. Reason because of color of the day. If a man and a woman cannot decide on the color of the day for your wedding, then tell me, how can you decide about your children? Because that's the biggest part of being parenting. And that's why a lot of adults have gone through so much trauma when they were little because of the mistakes of their parents. Before you can be a good parent, it has to start from you, from yourself, from your relationship with yourself. If you can handle that, I bet that other person will be able to handle you. But if you cannot handle yourself, if you cannot handle your relationship between yourself and you, how do you expect another person to handle you, yourself, and also your traumas? It's just gonna be too bad. And before you know it, it will be channeled to those children. When you channel to the children will take you to the society, their school, their environment, and before you know it, it becomes a problem to the world. So what are we doing? Are we actually eradicating that hard life, or are we trying to build on ourselves first? So please, it's very important that we take relationship between you and yourself very serious, especially as you are making plans for this year. Now, that is it for this week, and please stay with me on this program, as next week I'm going to talk about tools and steps how to do your plannings, and relationship is one of them. Do not forget, and please don't miss out on next week program on Possibilities. Yes, and I will be out of the studio for today. I'm living with blush. I'm really living with blush because I feel so good knowing that we have a powerful message for you, and I hope to see you. Keep watching NTR TV all the way from Turkey. NTR TV is doing a powerful, wonderful job in Africa. Trust you me. I know what I'm saying because we air to over 42 African countries, changing lives, connecting Africans together, and also creating job opportunities in terms of investment from Turkey to Nigeria through NTR TV. So please keep watching because a lot of programs we have on our program. And never forget, stay positive. Stay positive and believe in yourself. Impossible is nothing. See you again next time.